So plans have changed.
Indeed, we went to bed Sunday night with not the most favorable weather, a tropical depression. By morning, it quickly became a tropical storm, which was then given the name John.
This is going to be a raw video. It's not going to be beautifully edited, probably, if I can get it out even on time, hopefully. Well, things took a turn rather quickly.
They sure did.
So
we're not on a beach today.
We're not on a beach. We had all sorts of plans of what we're going to show you this week, but that plan kind of went out the window.
Yeah.
It turns out we have, what do we have coming?
Right now we have a tropical storm that's been announced. It's probably going to turn into a hurricane within the next few hours, headed directly for the Oaxacan coast where we live. Yeah. Somewhere between here and Puerto Escondido. We're not sure the trajectory yet. It looks to be heading a little bit northeastward, which not that it's good for us, but it's not good for other people. But yeah, we don't know what's coming right now. So the town is getting into preparation mode. Yep. The guys are ripping the boats out behind me here, one after another with trailers ripping the boats out because they know what's going to happen to the boats. If the storm does come in with high winds, the boats will get damaged. So everybody's pulling out boats, preparation.
What are we doing?
We're getting gas.
We're getting gas? We just got
Honda needed gas anyhow, so we need to fill it up. But I just got a jerry can full of gas too. Just in case we need it, and or if we don't need it, maybe we can give it to somebody else.
Yeah, it's always good to be prepared. Lots of people used to laugh at us because we like being prepared. We're not preppers per se, but we like being prepared. We're gonna go get some more water and stack up on water that we might need or somebody else might need if we're good. We're going to get some food and hunker down for the next few days and hopefully get out of this okay. Yeah. Things change very quickly when Mother Nature says so. We're at Chedraui currently. What I find fascinating is that we just found out that this tropical storm that we have, named John, I think it is about 10 kilometers away from being upgraded to a hurricane. And the amount of people that are in here is almost zero. Not zero, but very, very few. It's like nobody's realizing what is happening out there. There's pretty much nobody around. There's a few people that are shopping, but like, look around me. There's nobody in a hurry, nobody doing a whole lot of shopping. That's the exit over there. Nobody's rushing in thinking, oh my gosh, there's actually a hurricane that's coming through here. There, or potentially anyways, I'm thinking, not that I want a hurricane, but I'm thinking it's gonna be one at this rate because it's sure upgrading real quick and changing its trajectory. So for that, I personally think I need water, I need, food. So we just done our little shop, but I wanted to show you guys, there's hardly anybody here doing any shopping. It's like, life is normal. Crazy. We're in the parking lot of a location where normally there's no boats. Here they are, being tucked away from the storm.
Got the notification from Hurricane app that it's now Category 1 hurricane as of 12:17 noon local time in the Eastern Pacific.
So the boats are being pulled up onto the shore. Everything is getting pulled out of the water. Normally this is jammed here. Guys are pulling their boats out onto shore into that parking lot and other places wherever they're going to be safe.
As it sometimes is with hurricanes, their trajectories change, and slowly we were getting word that John was turning northwest from its original destination. However, it changed once and it could keep changing, so we kept preparing because John was speeding up and we'd rather be safe than sorry.
When you are getting ready to potentially receive a Cat 2 at the moment, potentially Cat 3 or more hurricane, you do what you need to do. But we've moved our tent, we've tucked everything away, because if we do have hurricane winds coming through, we want to make sure that things are as safe as they can be. Weather forecasters are saying that it's not actually going to hit Huatulco right now unless the hurricane spins on its axis and then comes towards us, more towards the east. It is 4 o'clock and we are a Cat 2. We are getting nothing but rain. We'll see what happens.
What happened is that Hurricane John kept changing his direction, kept dumping rain and a lot of rain in the states of Oaxaca, Guerrero, Michoacan, Colima, and as we released this video Friday morning, still currently in Jalisco. Huge rains meaning a lot of flood and a lot of damage.
A little update for you on the hurricane. what had happened. Originally, it was headed for south of us. It was going to be a little bit into the Bay of Salina Cruz area. We were going to be in the outer zone of it, and we were getting a lot of rain, a lot of wind and stuff like that. Then within a few hours, it actually had changed course and it was headed for us. It was, more trajectory on, the Huatulco, Mazunte, Puerto Angel region where we are. And it was going to be more of a direct hit, it looked like. And then all of a sudden, the trajectory had changed again. They kept giving us timelines that it should approach land and it should hit land, on Wednesday morning. And then it was bumped up that no, it's going to hit landfall on Tuesday night. And then it got bumped up. It was like, no, it was going to hit landfall probably Tuesday around, mid-afternoon. The updates kept coming, and then, as we were sitting here on Monday and watching this, and, we watched all the boats get yanked out of the water here, and we'd watched all the stuff being prepared in town that people were taking some precautionary. Some people were, some people weren't. I guess if you live in the region and you're used to it, then I understand that you're like, it's, 50-50 chance it's going to hit us. If it hits us, we'll deal with it. It changed course. It was starting to move a little bit more northwards. That didn't hit the Huatulco region or Puerto Angel or Mazunte or Zipolite or even Puerto Escondido for that matter, but it was headed for Puerto Escondido is what it looked like. All of a sudden, Monday evening, it hit landfall. And it hit landfall as a Category 3 hurricane. Wind speeds of 200 kilometers an hour or 120 miles an hour for our American viewers. Right, wind speeds hitting a palapa roof at 200 kilometers an hour doesn't stand a chance. Tin roofs don't stand a chance. So a lot of damage was done in that region to the smaller communities, which is very, very unfortunate. Our prayers and our thoughts go out to those families that were affected by this. But it's not done here. We have tons of rain in the region here. We got a ton of the outside of the hurricane, so a lot of rain fell here, a lot of mountains, ranges, hills. Water falls on those has to come down. So what had happened is there's a lot of washouts here. We had a lot of rock slides, a lot of mudslides happen. Little streams and little creeks were turning into raging rivers, right? Because that water has to come down. Roadways that were, main arteries for communities to get in and out, all of a sudden were maybe washed away or turned into rivers, right? That they weren't accessible all of a sudden. Trapping communities from resources, which is hard. Or the major roads here that ended up washing out. We had a couple of major rock slides on the major carretera here between Puerto Escondido and Oaxaca City. It's a main artery. The main other mountain road, the Highway 175, was washed out as well. You start to get cut off from those places, it can create shipping delays, it can create resource delays, right? Whether it's food or water or gasoline, it can create shortages in communities or backlogs of stuff coming into communities that all of a sudden run short on resources. So it's not just necessarily the wind speed of a tornado that comes in and does a lot of structural damage for sure, or can affect many lives. But it's also the other parts of it, heavy amounts of rain. I think Huatulco has received somewhere in the vicinity of 150 to 200 millimeters of rain in the last several days, and it's still forecasted to rain throughout into the weekend. That's the summary, guys. That's a little bit of an update with what's happening here live in Huatulco. We're thankful it did not hit this region, but our hearts and our prayers go out to the families that were affected by it. We'll stay tuned on to what's happening to John. That's this week's video. It wasn't planned as this. It's just what happened. Thanks for watching.